Hello everybody, QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I am back today with an episode of American Dad Apocalypse Soon. It has been a while. There's no event going on in this game, and since there's no event, I haven't been spending a lot of time in here. There's an event going on Hustle Castle, and that game has been getting all of my time lately. Got a couple more days there. But with that, it went about over, and some news that we got, It seems like I need to start preparing for another event here in this game. I will get to that a little bit later in this video. And a big part of all the events is doing shopping malls. And I got my squad in a way right now that I don't feel comfortable doing shopping malls without messing up my historic high. So the goal of the video today is to figure that out and get set. So when the next event comes, I'll be ready to go. So I'll be covering that. I'm going to be covering the giveaway winners and kind of the sneak peek. Not really a big sneak peek, but we'll see how it goes. So just a real quick note, got a different setup going on here. I posted a video on my Discord server. If you guys aren't there, you can click the link down below and check that out. And it is very basic. It's nothing fancy, but I'm trying to move some things around and work with some settings to try to make things look a little better. So if you got any constructive feedback, leave that in the comments and I will check it out and see if I can't make things a little bit better. Yeah, what are we going to start with? I'm going to start with getting my 10 golden turds here for the day, and I'm sure everybody knows that. You go, oops, I guess I won't do that, and I can't load the minigame right now. I haven't done that for the day, but obviously it's the same thing every single day. It would be nice if that kind of changes and mixes things up a little bit, but right now it's the same thing, kind of boring. But hey, it's 10 free golden turds, so we can't complain about that. I still have a lot of golden turds. I bought a bunch and I only spent a few, and then I keep getting more during events. So they're just kind of sitting there, not really doing much at the moment, kind of waiting for something to happen to get excited to spend those. All right, let's go ahead and just jump in and cover the giveaway winners this week. And as always, the American Dad Game supports the channel here and gives us 500 golden turds to give away to 10 separate winners. We get 5,000 golden turds every week, and it's usually a pretty simple thing. You just pick a random number between a certain range, and here's the range this week, and the number was 38, 146. And our 10 winners were Alexis, Nino, my TV is a little further away, and my eyes aren't that great, so I do apologize if I get some of these names wrong. Big Sexy, Captain Jenny, Snaky, Roku, Ace of Clubs, Prince B, Adeline, and AK90. Congratulations, you guys each get 500 golden turds. Those will be given away sometime soon, within the next day or two after this video is posted. And I will announce the next giveaway at the end of this video. So I have had really good results. It sounds like everybody's getting their payouts really quick. There's some changes. I'll just leave it at that with the game where, obviously, we've seen some good results over the last several giveaways, and things should be improving even better going forward. So before I talk about the little sneak peek information, and before I talk about the purpose of this video, is trying to figure out my shopping mall squad, there is something I did want to announce. See, down below in the description of this video, you see the official American Dad Apocalypse Soon Discord server, and on that server they're starting to run some giveaways and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that up and show you guys what this is. It just went live yesterday, I believe, and it's going to be running for either 7 or 10 days. We're going to go take a quick look. Give me one moment real quick here to turn it on. There we go. And I need to do one other thing so I can move things around here and so I can see. Sorry, one of the changes that I'm going to be making at some point soon, hopefully, is to get a second screen, and it'll be closer to me so I can see better, and then I can also have a one screen streaming things and one screen with what you guys see, which will make this a whole lot easier. But so if you go down below in the Discord or in the description of this video, you'll see a link to the official Discord server, and if you're on the QC Runner Discord server, there's a link there as well, so you can get there. And then up here we got a new clan logo contest rules. So this is what the contest is. It's going to be running. Let's go ahead and try to read this here a little bit. I got to make it bigger so I can actually read it. So there's another channel here, the contest entries. That's everybody who's entering. But so the contest is only for fun on Discord, and the winning entries will not be implemented in the game. So it's just a fun way to get golden turds, and you actually get quite a few. So if this is something you're interested in golden turds, I highly recommend joining the Discord server if you're not there, and if you are, jumping into this contest. So everybody's going to be starting with this template essentially, and you go ahead and you make a badge, and it's going to be voted on, and then the top 10 people are going to get awards. There we go. All the rules are right here. So community vote, like I said, 1 entry per person, must be posted in the official channel. I have to follow that template, blah, blah, blah. You can read all the rules. Most importantly, here we go. The top winner, 2,500 golden turds. Not bad. That puts my 500 golden turds per giveaway to shame. 2 through 5 is going to get 2,000. 6 through 10, 1,500. Ooh, so it's top 15. So 11 through 15 get 1,000. So no reason not to give it a shot. I mean, it's going to be running for a week. There we go, November 16 to November 22. And then we got a couple extra days for voting. So hey, why not give it a shot? Get some extra golden turds for the next event whenever it comes live. And apparently this is not supported by 20th Century Studios. So we'll just blast through these entries a little, real quick here. So these are the entries that are in here so far. And people are voting. You see the thumbs up down below. We got lots of votes in there. Got some pretty cool things in there. Lots of them are specific clan logos and all of these here. So we got some really cool looking ones. A lot of people are a lot more creative than I am. So anyway, if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and put them in there and see what your chances are for getting some free golden turds just by doing that. And as I understand it, there will be a lot more giveaways on the official Discord server. So I recommend joining and checking it out. It's a place where everybody's discussing, all things American Dad, and similar to what I have on my server. I'm discussing all the games and strategies and things like that for all the games I'm covering. This one's specific to American Dad, so you get in here and people will be knowing the ins and the outs of everything on here. So if you haven't checked that out, I highly recommend it. And there will be additional changes coming to the server, and things will be constantly improving and getting better. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and now jump over to, I have to click on all these bubbles. I always do it anyway just because it's a bad habit, I guess, but also since I haven't been playing as much, my happiness was way down, so now I'm back up top again. So gotta work on that, especially with some good things coming. So what are we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about the giveaway and then the setup. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right in. So this is my squad. This is what I've been running for a while. I have a 6-man barracks, but I'm only running 5 in here right now. And the big reason is because of my historic high. So I do have that here as well. I think I've shown that on this channel. But this is what I try to use this to make sure I don't make any big mistakes. So we're on American Dad here, and it's just a very clunky spreadsheet that I put together that tracks all of my fighters, so I can track what that power is and make sure when I'm raising one, I don't mess anything else up. So my historic high right now, you can see here, is 2.1 million. And my current, I can hardly even read this. My current setup is 2.114 versus 2.116, and that's with my 5-man squad. So the problem is if I put a 6-man squad in there, and if I just take the 6th highest power, it's going to be at 2.3 million, which is going to raise that historic high, which is going to make the shopping mall harder, et cetera, like I always talk about. So I need to find a way to run these 12 people, or whatever it's going to be, in the shopping mall, which ideally will get me through level 20 every time and not mess up my setup. So I'm going to try to do that here and try to figure out what I'm going to do. What I do right now, so when I get in the arena, I have pretty good results. I haven't actually been in the arena mimosas in over a week, but I usually just take one of my cooks, put my cooks in there, and then I run that 6-person squad. Let's just go ahead and do one of these so we can check out what it's looking like. Let's find somebody. Ooh, 500,000 cash. That sounds like a good one. These load screens are a little bit slow, but so I can go in and fight 5 here. I don't need to have 6. I only need to have 6 in the mimosas. And with what I'm running here, it's running pretty good. I have my middle person here labeled as, it looks like I lost premium. Oh, no, I didn't. I just want to see what's going on with that. My middle is labeled as a reanimation, but it actually has the stun. I forget what it's called, but the stun weapon. And the one that makes you basically attack yourself. And that's been highly useful. So that makes my 2.1 million squad very strong. And I can beat people certainly higher than me. And it is very useful. Let's go see what that one's called. The s'more staff, right? Yeah. Ruined up s'more staff. That's what we're running here. And, there have been people asking me, how come I'm not running all of my equipment here? So I have, I'm missing amulets here, I'm missing rings here. It's basically, it has to do with me trying to keep my power lower. I mean, I could be at 2.5, 7 million, something like that, without too much difficulty. But I don't really want to do that because that means all my competition in the shop is going to be difficult, or more difficult. Sorry about that noise. So I'm keeping that down. So my tank, I don't need to have the extra damage on my tank because that's not really what I'm trying to do. I think I talk about this on the videos, you guys know, and here it's just extra health and armor, which it's helpful for sure, but that's not really the primary purpose. And the same thing here. And then here with my engineers here in the middle, they don't need to do damage. They just need to do the support that they're doing. So how can I get into the shopping malls without messing up my 2.1 million squad? And one of the things you need to be careful of. So if I go to shopping mall, I go free and I say deploy the best. What that's going to do, I'm going with 3.2 million, and the way historic high is it basically takes your top 6. So that, going back to that spreadsheet, do I still have that on? I apologize. I still have that on. I've been doing a bunch of stuff and you guys haven't been able to see that. Sorry about that. So what that's going to do now back on the spreadsheet is it's going to take my top 6 people in power and put them in. That's going to automatically raise my historic high to 2.3 million. So let's turn this off for real this time. I'm sorry about that. So here's what it is, at 3.2 million. And I can't have that because it's going to completely mess up everything. So what I need to do is take out at the very least, take out my 6th highest power person. So I need to go back to the spreadsheet again, now that you guys stared at it for such a long time, and find my 6th highest person, which is my RZ2, which is 2.1 million, or 211,000. And number 5, let's find the next one below that is 286, I believe. I can't tell, my eyes are so bad. Looks like 286. So if I want to find, actually I need to find somebody way lower than that. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to remove our 3rd gunslinger because he doesn't really do a whole lot for us at the moment. Our level 85, he has a hologram on him, so it makes his power even higher still. So we're going to remove our 302. Let's just do this. All right, so let's turn it off this time so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Not that one. I've got too many things to turn on and off, and this would be better again if I had the multiple screens set up. So one of these days I will be getting that. All right, so I'm going to go back, cancel this, go in again. And unfortunately, the previous squad button doesn't usually work, but no, it's not working here either. So let's just go back in. When you first go in, it takes your 5 that you have in the arena, or in your barracks, whatever it's called in this game. So we know we don't want Applehead in there because he's too high. So having any kind of restore is very useful. I actually could remove this one as well because he is very good, but it's not going to be the reanimations and restores, which are key for doing the shopping mall. So I'm going to take him out. So that puts us at, oops. So this could actually be easier than I thought if I just take those 2 out. The hardest thing is this isn't working very good. So that's 6. We just did RZ2. We got another restore. I got another restore. Got another reanimation. So that means we're missing 3 and we have 3 here. So we're taking out our top RZ1. We're taking out the extra archer, our gunslinger, and we're taking out our extra tank, which may or may not be needed. That puts our total power at 2.4 million, but that's with 9 people. So if I take 3 of them off, it should be lower. So I think we're going to be okay. Unfortunately, I can't really tell super easily. So we need to find our tops. There's a 205, 620. All right, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna use the spreadsheet again. So let's go back, turn the spreadsheet on. I need to touch a button here so I can actually do something with it. So 1 second on that. All right, so I'm gonna change this so I know how to change it back later to what I want it to be. That's just for my purpose to be able to show what's going on, but it's not going to affect any of the formulas in here. So we have this guy in there. We took this guy out. We have you in there, 4. We have you in there, 5. RZ1 we don't have. We took that one out. So then our next highest is RZ1. We just did that. So 176. Now 189 is our next highest. So that right there. So that's going to be our top 6 minus those 2, which puts our current power at 2.07 million. So that should raise our high. And then the other people are just extra, but they're not in the top 6. So that'll be fine. So let's do one more check. So we removed Applehead Gunslinger. We removed, actually you're in here too, but it's lower. So that's fine. We removed RZ1, which I need to rename to something else. We'll call him S'more Staff or something. S'more. Let's do that. Let's call him S'more. Should do it the right way, I suppose, right? S'more. And yeah, so that'll be good. So with that, let's go ahead and do a shopping mall. And hopefully I don't raise my high. So let's turn off this one. We'll go back to the game. And we're going to rename our... I can't do it here. I'll have to do it somewhere else. All right, I think we're all set here. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in, and fingers crossed I didn't just mess anything up. Take more fighters. I don't want to take more fighters. I'm going to go with less than the maximum. I certainly don't need it. If I trained up more and I had more ready to go, then I could look into it. So what are we running right now? Let's take a look. So we have 1 restore, which is good. We got 1 gunslinger, 2 gunslingers, 2 restores. There's a tank. There's 1 reanimation, which is perfect. That's exactly what I want. And a piece of advice, I'm sure you guys have done, you normally do this, and I have mentioned it before on the channel, on all my channels actually. You can actually carry extra spells more than whatever the maximum number is. So I just went into the shopping mall, and so I'm going to keep clicking on these. And then if I go down to craft more spells, I can go ahead and do that. So I have 7 clear right now, so I can go, I'm just going to craft 7 free spells. And if I finish that shopping mall without using any spells, those 12 that I brought into battle will be brought back. So I'm going to have the 18 that are going to be crafted here, plus the ones I already have, plus the 12 that came back from the shopping mall. So I'll be carrying 30. And if I would do this after I finish the shopping mall and say I brought 6 of them back or 8 of them back, whatever, I'd be, 19 of 18 and I can't craft anymore. But here I already said I'm crafting them all up. So this way you can carry over 30. So highly recommend doing that, especially if you don't have premium, because then you can only carry 9. So it's very useful to be able to do that. So let's go ahead and jump in and see if we can't do a shopping mall and have some success. I was able to, this is different on the emulator here than it was on my phone. Things go much quicker on my phone and a lot smoother on my phone. So maybe if I run it in slow motion here, it won't be as bad. Maybe we'll try 1.5. But with that, I was able to get 20 of 20 most of the time. But I do notice on the emulator, I don't have that same kind of success. But as you can see, we're fighting people at 800,000 power. I'm at 2 million, and I'm fighting people at 800,000. And the competition that you face here is all based on what your max power is, your historic high. And they don't have it in this game that you can check your own historic high. So if you want to know what yours is, you have to ask a clanmate. And if they click on the profile, it'll show your power. And that power that it shows is the maximum that you've ever had. If you look at that number yourself, it's going to be whatever your current setup is. So if you want to know what your maximum high is, you have to ask one of your clanmates. And that's the way it always was in Hustle Castle and Zero City as well. But they made a change where now you can actually see it yourself. So I expect that change to come in this game as well. Who knows when. While we're here, I might as well talk 2 things. I've been hinting for a very long time on the Discord server. I think I've mentioned it a couple times on the videos as well, that I have some very exciting news that I want to share. I can't share it yet. I was told about it some time ago, and I was told I was going to be able to leak the information early before it was actually part of the game. And unfortunately, I can't do that yet. I haven't been told I can do that. And as far as I'm aware, that item is going to be coming sooner rather than later. So it's possible you guys are going to find out before I'm able to talk about it, which is fantastic because that means the change will be coming sooner. So who knows? Once I find out, it's going to be on the QCMR Discord server. So you can see that down below in the ticker. So I recommend joining that. Again, I don't know if I will be able to identify it before before it actually goes live or not, but definitely looking forward to that, and it will be coming soon. So all of you waiting and wondering how come I haven't talked about it yet, it's because I can't. So hopefully soon we'll be able to get that out in the game, or I'll be able to get it out in the open and talk about it to everybody. And along those lines, there was a little bit of a sneak peek of something that looks like it's going to be the next event coming out. Obviously, that's probably not the news that I was holding on to, considering I'm talking about it now. But there were a couple images that came out, and the speculation is it's going to be images for the next event, and they are fall-looking items. So I will show that after the shopping mall is over, and we'll take a look at it, and you guys can speculate on what you think it's going to be and when it will be part of the game. All right, so I think we're going to go back up to 2 times speed, especially on these early ones, because I'm not going to be doing much anyway. So easy peasy so far. So now, once we get to 12, in the past, there was occasionally some setup that people were running that, made things more difficult. But so far, so good. Having some good gunslingers certainly help out a whole lot. All right, I might slow it down just a touch here so I can put spells out properly. Again, on my phone, I don't necessarily pay attention to that. So my goal, and one of the reasons of keeping that historic high low is because, well, one, I want to get 20 of 20 every time, because whatever the event is, hold on, I had to make sure I wasn't going to attack myself. Looks like, there we go. Whatever the event is, if it's a hologram event, you get cards, you can do stuff. If it, whatever it is, whatever the event is, you get materials a lot by doing the shopping mall. And if you get 20 of 20, you get even more. So my goal is to be able to get one where I don't have to use spells at all. And usually once I get to 15, well, there we go, I got to use it here. Once I get to 15, I start using free spells every single time. And my goal is to be able to get to 20 of 20 without using any. I've done it occasionally, but there's really no reason to take the risk. So I usually just start doing free spells at 20 anyway. Another change, I'm sure I've talked about this many times as well, that has been Zero City, it's been added in Hustle Castle. It's not here in this game yet, but I expect it will be, is like there I just used a free spell and I have a bunch more lined up ready to come in. If you have another one of what you just used, it will automatically put it back in, so you don't get this screen right here that says, do you want to add more in there? Usually I just ignore it until I have like 1 or 2 left, but it's going to automatically go in there. So that's 1, 2, 3 those clicks you have to do every single time. It's very minor, but it's actually extremely helpful, way more helpful than I thought it would be. So I'm looking forward to that change and making it into this game at some point. All right, so far so good. We are at what, 17 to 20. My goal was to actually get through one shopping mall every single day, but when I got kind of worried about my setup, I stopped even trying because I didn't want to mess things up. Plus during the last event, things were getting a little bit difficult as well. But you should be able to easily, especially if I can get through 20 of 20, you should be able to easily do one. And if something happens where you don't get it, you can watch a video and get through it anyway. So there's no reason I shouldn't be doing at least one of these a day. But when I have events going on, I usually try to do at least 4 per day. And right now, Hustle Castle event is going on, so I'm doing 4 gem bays, which is the equivalent of this every single day. So that would be 4, which I did 5 today, and tomorrow I'm going to do at least 5. So this would be in addition to that. So it's just additional work. So all right, here we go. This is for number 20. Not too much hassle, looks like. The free spells help tremendously, obviously. And there we go. 20 of 20. So the real question is going to be, did I mess up my historic high? I'm going to quick throw the question out there and see if we can get an answer before this video is over. So hopefully we're still at, what was it, 2.116, I believe. Very nice, easy peasy. 20 of 20 shopping mall. And that's all historic high. And if I would max myself out and be at the 2.5, 2.7 million, which I know I could get to, I'd be fighting people that are like the top level people, the 3 million plus, that they'll just totally destroy me. And I, get lucky to clear level 15, 10 maybe, who knows. So that's why I'm keeping my numbers down low. So let me real quick throw up the spreadsheet one more time. You guys are probably getting sick of looking at it. So 2.116. Yes, that is the number. Now let's ask the question right here. People can quickly check it and let me know. Still 2.116 million. So people are pretty good at that. So what you know, like I said, you go up here, click on your profile, you see a power. So my current power is 2.114, and that's not my high as we proved. So if I look here, 2.114, so it shows your current power. So while I'm waiting on a response on that one, let's go ahead and pop up those images I was talking about here. I'm going to first show this one because I have it here, and I'm going to have to make it a little bit smaller because these are big images. There we go. So that's what we're looking at for the full image. So there's number one, a nice fall looking farmer dude waiting to do something. And then the other image was another fall looking farmer dude. So obviously we got something to do with the fall. More than likely a fall event coming on. That's certainly the way it looks to me, but who knows? We will find out very soon, I'm sure. Because it is middle of November and events run for what, 7 to 10 days. That takes us to very late November. So I would expect something to be coming soon, but again, no inside information on that one. I certainly don't know anything. I'm hoping it actually waits 3 days so I can finish my Hustle Castle event before I come over here. That way I don't have to grind 2 separate ones. All right, what else? There's one other thing I was going to look at, and that is gear. So I did start using a different, I have this tank armor, which is really good health, good energy armor, does good stuff. I started crafting this one, which I think I've talked about on the video before. Let's go to tank. This one right here. So it's a jetpack armor, which does, a chance to increase health. And this is a really good one too. I've been running this one in the shopping mall as well, which lowers my power considerably, which allows me to bring in that extra gunslinger. But what I just did is I don't have to do that, so I might not be doing that anymore. I've been crafting gear trying to get this one better because I have this damage stat up here, which I don't want because I don't need my tank to have damage. I want this stat to either give me more health or give me better numbers down here, which I believe the best down here is 35% chance to increase by 65. And I want better slots down here to get more health as well. We'll see. I don't know where I'm at. Let's see if I have finished my last crafting. It takes several days to do that. There we go. Let's see what we crafted. Like I said, I haven't been in the game. Looks like a jetpack armor. What's it going to be? Taking damage 32 to reduce damage. Meh. Wah, wah, wah. So this, we got armor, which I'm looking for. Crit, I'm not. This is a bigger health, which is good, but I'm looking for an increased health. That increased health is huge when it comes to shopping malls. The one I'm running also is huge. And I have found, I think I mentioned this as well. Let's go ahead and craft another one. Wait for the next one to come in. That if I take my hologram off of this guy, because I was swapping out for a while, and taking that hologram and putting it on the jetpack armor to increase health, it actually makes it worse. It's not as good. The stats get lower, plus it does extra damage or something, which, sure, it's good, but it's not the purpose of what I'm doing with that person, so it actually does not help. So I was going back and forth and swapping this armor out whenever I did shopping mall and put the other one on. But this one works, so for the time being, I think I'm just going to leave it and stop swapping it and make things a little simpler. All right, well, that is going to do it. Let's go ahead and jump into the giveaway winners real quick. Or not the giveaway winners, the next giveaway. And before I announce that, I want to do 2 little admin things. Real quick, if you haven't subscribed to the channel and this is something that you're interested in, something that you like, click that subscribe button, click the like button if that's something you like as well. And in addition, I started adding support to the channel as well. So if you click the join button down below, there's memberships here on YouTube, but that's a problem. It doesn't work on iOS. So I actually added something else just now. This will be the first video doing this, which is, buy me a coffee. So there's a link on there where you can go and you can, do donations that way as well. And I'm going to start adding the people that support and donate down below in the ticker. So as you can see, you got Jen Lopez down there below. She's a member on the YouTube support memberships, and I will start adding those, and then those that do the buy me a coffee as well, and keeping track of everybody that is helping to support this channel and helping to buy this new equipment and everything that I have around me and things like that. So I certainly appreciate the help and support and everything that you guys all right, just for you guys being here and watching and continue to follow after all this time. So enough of that. Let's get into the good stuff. Let's talk about the giveaway. The giveaway this week, same as always, real quick recap. Link down below in the description. Before I do that, there is every single video. People go into the comments and put in their game ID and put in the guess. I'm not taking any entries from the comments. It just takes too much work. So right now I'm doing the giveaways through the Google form, and I will be doing some on the Discord server as well, the QC Runner Discord server, and that's probably within the next several weeks. But it's a whole lot easier. It manages things a lot easier, and it's less work than having to copy and paste everything out of the comments, and a chance for errors, all kinds of things like that. So if you put your entry in the comments, I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to use those. So if you want to participate, click that link down below in the description, open that Google form, and give me 3 different things. Give me your game name up here, give me your game ID, which you can get by here. The gear icon has to be exact. If that's wrong, you won't get your winning. So make sure this number is correct. And then give me a random number between 20,000 and 30,000. And then I have a random number generator that will pick the winner, and the 10 people that are closest are going to get 500 golden turds, courtesy of the American Dad game. So thank you to everybody for watching. Thank you for participating, and fingers crossed. Who knows when the next good thing is going to come? There are several. We'll just put it there, and time will tell when that's going to happen. So until next time, this has been QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I will talk to you later. See ya.